Okay. What?
Go ahead.
You got another one?
No. I mean, I do. I have the parenting thing.
There's a parenting thing?
Yeah, how you speak and act around children is a roadmap to how they will speak and act around others.
All right, so my next thing. Why do we continue to teach negative behaviors to our children while acknowledging that they are bad at the same time? This is something I absolutely don't understand.
I don't get it either.
I don't understand how you could have a grandparent looking at their children saying this is bad, that this thing is happening. But it was the grandparent that taught the child, and now that child is doing that same thing with their child.
And the grandparent is doing the same thing with the grandchild.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more about you taught it to them.
Yeah.
They're teaching it to their children, but you, as the grandparent, is sitting back going, this is not something that should be done. It's like, but you're the one that started this process. Or somebody, in your past, started down this road.
Right, I'm just repeating the cycle.
Which is a not breaking of the cycles.
Right.
We have circled back. So, why do we continue to teach negative behaviors?
I don't know. Because I look at these children.
I mean, is it a black thing?
No.
Is it a white thing?
It's a thing. It's a human thing.
Is it?
Yes.
To not recognize that something shouldn't be done and then to stop doing it when you realize that it wasn't good. Like, for example, spanking. So many people have now moved on from spanking, but so many other people have not.
Yep.
So, but the people that spank will say, I know I shouldn't, but.
Yeah. But I have no self-control. And so
No,
I'm going to harm a
They
child.
kind of don't say that.
No, but that's
They
what
kind of
it
say
is.
that they brought that shit on themselves.
Oh, for fuck's
Is what they said. You know it's true. That's the rationale for the spanking.
If there's some idea that I could remove from the world, that would be it.
Brought that shit on yourself. You know it. And you know what? You try to take the high road in this argument, but you lose every time when you see the little white kid flipping out, kicking somebody, and then you just like the dude in the video I just saw yesterday. Black dude is sitting there. He's ordering his food. This little white dude is behind him, yapping at him. I mean, literally like a chihuahua. He's just yapping at him. And the guy turns around and is like, dude, I'm ordering my food here. It's like, what are you doing? Like, shut up. And he never really does anything else. And the guy's like, and he starts yelling and screaming. And all of a sudden, you black. And the dude just picked him up and threw him over the counter. It's just like, what?
That is
it's
a
like,
situation of you brought that shit on yourself.
Well, see?
Yeah, you can't get rid of it then. If you just admitted that is what that is.
I'm sorry. I don't know how we move forward without, one, of course, acknowledging that the behavior is negative, and then actively going out and changing the behavior. Like inside of your nuclear family, you have to change that behavior, right?
Yeah. We used to get talked about something fierce when the children were little because we would actually speak to them. Not just yell at them, not just tell them no, go somewhere, but we would actually explain to them, please do not bang on the fish tank, the fish don't like it.
Right? This was explanation. This was explanation.
Yeah, okay.
But we got criticized a lot. Oh, y'all talk too much to those kids, just whoop their ass. And we got that quite a bit. But that was a decision that we made. And I think that's the thing, is that parents don't really think about parenting. They just, oh, look, we have a baby, now what? We're going to do it like our mom and dad did it because we don't know any different, but then they don't try to learn a different way.
Okay, so in this, isn't that wanting to fit in with one's family?
Yes.
Taking the path of least resistance. So if your child is banging on the fish tank, and you're at someone else's house, and you know banging on the fish tank is a bad idea for all kinds of reasons, and you say, you're the parent, and you say, tell the child, stop banging on the thing, and however you say that. And then the people around you now have an expectation of what you're going to do next.
Yes.
And when you don't meet that expectation, whatever that happens to be in your family, now you're going to be pushed to the side a bit. So every time a situation comes up that you don't handle it the way they would have handled it, all of a sudden you're now going to keep getting pushed out, made to feel uncomfortable, just over and over and over until you just don't want to be there anymore.
Yep.
Thus, not preserving the culture, which seems to be the reaction that the people around you then have. It's like, I don't want to be around them. Why? Well, they don't do what we do.
Right.
They're not like us, or they don't eat the food we eat, or whatever it happens to be that you're not meeting inside of that bubble of family. And then when it starts to become the bubble of people in your neighborhood, and then the bubble of people, say, at your school, or the bubble of people at work, all of a sudden, you're always the outsider, so to speak. Even though what you're doing is supposedly better for you than what they're doing for themselves. So, is the only reason that we continue to meet people's expectations. I thought about this today. Is like, I'm so not about meeting other people's expectations anymore.
Right.
But that idea of meeting people's expectations so that you can stay part of that group dynamic and basically don't make any waves.
Yeah.
Why is that more important to us?
I don't know.
Than the well-being of our children or all that kind of stuff. The development of our kids.
I don't know.
Relationships, blah, blah, blah.
I really don't know, because you'd think that, and I've seen parents complaining about being at home with their kids during the pandemic and how bad they are and how terrible they are and how they need to get out the house and blah, blah, blah. And all I could think of was, but these are the children that you've created. These are the people you've created, and you don't want to be around them, but you want us to be around them as teachers.
Okay, but
And
I don't think they want you to be around them as teachers. That is not what people want.
They just
want
want
their kids to go to school, but they don't
want
care about
babysitters.
you being around their kids as teachers.
But we're still people.
Teachers are sort of people.
Sort of?
Sometimes.
When you're not teaching.
Maybe. Go ahead.
They don't like the people they've created. And it would,
Okay, okay.
and it seems like if you don't like the person you created, why wouldn't you work in a different way to create a person that you do like?
But should it be about the child meeting the expectations of the parent?
Because
Wow.
I don't know,
is
because
based on the person. What
No,
you
but you
like
could
in a person
no, but
and
you
what
could
they
make
like in a
yourself
person is different.
acceptable to your own parents by doing what they say do.
Yeah.
In other words, making, like I said, making no waves. Just do what they say. If you just did what, if a child came into a classroom and always just did exactly what the teacher said to do, you may never learn that child's name.
yeah, that's true.
Okay? Now, if a child does that with their parents, yes, you're going to know their name. But, hopefully. I haven't learned his yet. But, basically...
It's the same as yours.
Yeah, stop it. You sort of need to... How is the child ever going to become an individual? Which is so important. Definitely a cultural thing in the United States. How are they ever going to do that if they're always just doing whatever you tell them to do? Uh-oh.
They aren't.
Hands went up.
They aren't. They aren't. And I think our culture has this thing where we believe that children are possessions meant to be controlled. We don't see children as individual people meant to be guided and educated along the way.
Which is so stupid, because children become adults. And then you're gonna say the adult is the person? These aren't Pokemon. They don't go through a metamorphosis.
You
yes,
kind
they
of do.
It's not, but it's not.
We call it puberty.
Yeah, but it's not like you become a different creature. You
Yeah,
don't
you
turn
kind of do.
No, you don't turn into a wolf after you've been a cat.
But
No,
You
you
kinda
don't.
do.
No,
You
you're still
did?
a human
Look at
being.
this.
But you're still a human being.
Oh, you might be a human being, but you know,
A human being.
you're kind of.
like
You
this
do
thing.
go through those kinds of changes. You do become. I mean, there is. When you're a baby, there is the. I mean, all of the stages are very distinct.
Yeah, but how can then you say that a baby or a child is a thing and not a person when they become a person?
Well, a seed is not a flower.
But how do you then make that person?
No, I'm saying through cultivation, learning, time.
Love and care.
Oh God,
But you can't then treat
beta.
you can't treat the person like a thing if you want them to be a person. They're
But
going
you-
to just be
no,
a thing.
because they're going to
then.
become a person no matter what you do.
I remember when you
They
were
may not be a highly functional person, but they're
Right.
still going to become a person. If you want to hear from the Traveling Farrs, you can find us on the Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever exciting podcasts are sold for free as the Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, we are Traveling Farrs. If you want to email her, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry, where you can get all the back episodes. I mean, all of them. Everything we've done since 2017 is on there and searchable. Granted, some of my keywords were not great at the beginning, but it's all there.
And don't forget to check out the Patreon and give us your money
Patreon.
at patreon.com.
Can you even see that?
The Traveling Farrs.
You can't see it, can you?
I can see it.
See, he can see it and I can see it, but you can't see it.
I'm
You can't
blind.
see it. She doesn't
Uh-oh.
have the editing magic that we have been so kindly blessed with.
Uh-oh. The car is moving. So,
Give us-
Patreon
give us your money.
and... Try this again. Patreon and...
GoFundMe.
Aha! Good job.
Took me a moment.
We were brainstorming some ideas yesterday on what we can give you as patrons on the Patreon. So
We're gonna have to do some research and find out like how we can get them made and distributed without us having to do it.
yes,
We're gonna make stuff for you, but like if it's a photo, somebody else can print the photo, mail the photo.
right,
I'm not doing that, especially not from Poland whenever we get there.
right.
Same thing with kids artwork. I don't know what Karen's gonna do for you. Maybe we'll have her sing or something. I don't know.
Yes, we
I
could
can
make
actually do
your
that.
rap album.
No.
What?
Yes.
What's her rap name?
Queso Blanco.
That's hilarious. Uh-oh.
Oh no. It's time to go.
We're out of here.
We gotta
Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Louder. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Louder. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.
Peace.
run away.